A tale of heroics.
Just being able to kind of like end on a high note.
And heartbreak.
Most people, it's a 19% shot.
The winning streak continues.
On the court, do you feel like you're the best?
Yes.
And other streaks get broken.
Everybody around the country was kind of waiting for us to win a game on the road here.
From high school to the big leagues.
I'm having the opportunity to play out here and just keep fulfilling my dreams.
The future is bright.
They should watch out for more.
And it starts right now on K Nation.
K Nation, sponsored by 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline.
Tonight on K Nation, you hear him in your car for all the biggest games. Stan Weber with the K-State Sports Network tells us what the Wildcats need to do down the stretch in a one-on-one interview.
Plus, she's just a freshman and has already etched her name into the record books. How one Jayhawk track star is flying past the competition.
I'm Glenn Kinley, wrapping up an eventful trip to the Hoosier State. Spent a few days with future Jayhawk big man Flory Bidunga, and then here at NBA All-Star Weekend, spending time with former Wildcats Marquise Noel and Keontae Johnson. We'll hear from all those guys coming up on K-Nation.
And welcome into K-Nation. I'm Landon Reinhardt alongside Caroline Sorrell, and we'll just get right to it. Every emotion imaginable on the basketball court this week.
Oh my gosh, it's the glee, the glitz, the glamour with some horrors and heartbreak
just
mixed
a couple in there,
Oh yeah, but until last night it was frustration that took center stage. You see it now for the first time in his 21 years at Kansas. Bill Self was ejected. That happened Monday night in a big loss at Texas Tech. Coach did not mince words after starting Big 12 play 1-5.
I don't do that. I don't bitch and complain to other people about that stuff. To me, that's at league level. I don't feel like the game's being officiated the way it's intended to be officiated. So that was frustration, but I felt that all year.
Good part about the Big 12, you get to go prove yourself shortly after, which is also the hard part about the Big 12. On the road at number 25 Oklahoma yesterday, only one Big 12 road win for the Hawks coming in. Sooners shoot it lights out in the first half, but a 15-point swing in the second for Bill Self's squad is enough for win number 20 on this season.
I don't know what happened, maybe luck, great coaching. Heck, I don't know what it was. We got stops and we were fortunate when we did, and then we made a couple of shots, and of course we shot it miserably the first half. But, you know, the league kind of came off the second half.
Finally starting to feel pretty good. That's probably the best I've felt in about 2 months with all the injuries I was dealing with. So I'm starting to feel good at the right time, I'd say.
Now a much needed week off for the Jayhawks before hosting Texas on Saturday. And this is for the I told you so crowd, but just a game and a half back of the Big 12 lead now.
In 2016 for the big man. Over in Manhattan, K-State gets the middle of the week off to rest, then a tough TCU team yesterday with an 11 a.m. tip. Cats don't necessarily play too well. They shot just 1 of 15 from 3, but 24 points from Tyler Perry, 18 of them in the second half, plus his Dorian Finister slam. Made this a tie game with under 5 seconds to play, but it was this prayer from the Horned Frogs that was answered by the basketball gods above. Perry can't match with the half-court heave, and K-State has now lost 6 of its last 7 games.
Can't put the blame on nobody else. It's on me. Simply not executing like we're supposed to, and that's on me.
Same way we'd do it if we had won 1/6 of the last 7. We're going to take this game, we're going to put it in a box, and we're going to move on now. I'm not going to tell you that, like, it doesn't hurt, right? Like, it hurts. But you got to put it in a box, and we have to move on to the next one.
Quick turnaround in the gauntlet. The Cats at Texas tomorrow night, a part of ESPN's Big Monday. And now on over to the women's side of things. K-State women redeem a double overtime heartbreaker at Iowa State on Wednesday with a last-second thriller in Manhattan on Sunday. Now, Noaoka Lee against UCF calls for other players to step up. So Q Gabby Gregory, Eliza Maupin, Ziana Walker, and of course Serena Sundell, who all scored in double digits. But you can't talk about this one without talking about Jalen Glenn. UCF ties it up in the final 10 seconds, but that half-court hurl from Sundell to a wide-open Glenn seals the deal. Cats win this one 60-58.
Variety of reasons why you win close games. I think, one, your team has a collective will to make the play, and you've got to be able to execute in that stretch. We're getting better in that. That hasn't always, it's been a roller coaster a little bit, but like I said, we've got new players having to play different roles right now.
And Coach said that Ioka Lee is considered day-to-day right now, but he's proud of how Eliza Maupin and others have stepped up in her absence.
And Jalen Glenn had 7 steals yesterday to go with the game winner. 2 games this week means 2 wins for the Jayhawks, a win over Cincinnati at home Wednesday night, then a road win on the road at BYU, and KU now has a 5-game win streak. A big part of those wins, the 6'6" senior center, Tiana Jackson. Twin broke KU's all-time program blocks record of 269 during KU's win at Houston 10 days back, and since then she's up to 280 now, 6 more against Cincy and 4 against BYU.
They are more comfortable like playing downhill, and like me just having a defensive presence down there, it helps us as a team, and like it changes people games plans, and it changes the way people play too. Like after you block their shots a couple times, it changes the way they play, so it helps us as a team too.
Teammate Holly Kurskater says it's not even the numbers, just Jackson's presence on the floor is enough to make an impact. Now ESPN's #1 center in the country for the class of 2024 is a Kansas men's basketball signee. It's Flory Bidunga, and the 6'9" big man can jump out of the gym.
That's an understatement, actually. K-Nation's Glenn Kinley spent the weekend in Kokomo, Indiana, gathering exclusive interviews with Flory, his head coach, and his guardians. The Jayhawk commit is originally from the Dominican Republic of the Congo, and he's only been playing basketball for about 3 years. Yeah, you heard that right. Now, Glenn apparently picked a good weekend to attend. On Friday, Bidunga had his 6th career triple-double with 17 points, 24 rebounds, and 10 blocks.
24 boards.
Oh, yeah, crazy. However, anyone you talk to around Kokomo will tell you more about the person Flory is than the basketball player he is.
First thing you should know is his smile. Like, his smile is, it's definitely going to touch you in some way, and he's going to smile on the court, whether he's got 3 guys guarding him and getting beat up all night long, or he's going to smile when you're up 30. Like, his smile is the thing you should get to know, but at the same time, when he puts on the jersey, like, he's ready to go. He's ready to go to work.
He has Kansas fans from Kokomo for life. His impact in Kokomo will be felt forever. And it's all the behind the scenes stuff that people don't see. His kindness, the way he goes and reads to elementary students. I never even have to ask Flory, hey, there's somebody that would like your autograph. Would you go and visit? He said, I'll go. Anything for students and kids, he will do. His impact will be felt in this community for a long time.
What should our Jayhawk viewers all the way back in Kansas, what should they know about you or even your game?
Not much to say, I'm an easy guy. I go with the flow, work harder for sure. That's what people have been telling me. And then I'll make sure to keep doing it.
And check this out. They've already got custom-made Flory Bidunga jerseys in Kokomo, Indiana.
That's crazy.
Glenn filmed another game on Saturday where Flory had 26 points and 10 boards. Flory moved away from home by himself at 16. He spoke very little English when moving to America. His dream for most of his life was to play pro soccer. You got to join us 1 week from today for the full feature on this future Jayhawk. Just incredible stuff. And if you watch the highlights, there's plenty more online. He dunks with authority. He gets above the rim.
It's like a back scratcher.
It's straight down. It almost goes, it's pretty incredible. Well, don't go anywhere. We're just getting started on K-Nation. Coming up, she had 19 strikeouts in one of the biggest games of her career. We chatted up with KU softball commit Kaylee Washington later in this show.
But first, it's a first-time All-Star appearance for a couple of Cats. We stay in Indiana for the G League All-Star Game. Hear from Keontae Johnson and Marquise Noel after the break.
Car wrecks don't just happen from 9 to 5. If you're in a wreck, we're available 24/7.
Don't wait until tomorrow to get the help you need now. In a wreck, need a check?
Patterson Legal is the way to go. Call 431-0000.
Meaningful relationships built upon trust is a founding principle of the Trust Company. We help individuals and businesses create tailored financial plans and diversified investment strategies that adapt over time to your unique needs. Because we are independent, we can offer flexibility and creativity that many advisors and trust departments can't. If you aren't sure where to start or you're looking to make a fresh start, contact us today for a free consultation.
K-Nation has the interviews and coverage you want for all things KU and K-State. Join us every Sunday night after 27 News at 10 for another exciting week of K-Nation. Sponsored by 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline.
JML Engraving Manhattan provides quality service you can count on. JML can add that personal touch to your gifts, trophies, and special occasions. JML Engraving, celebrating victories in life.
God's Storehouse is excited to announce we're expanding. After 15 years in the community, we're opening an east location. We've also outgrown our current building and parking lot. To better serve you, we've purchased land to build a new facility, add more parking, and create a separate drive to ease traffic. With this exciting news, we're raising money to help fund these expansions, and we need your help to make it happen. From all of us at God's Storehouse, we want to thank you. To partner with us, please visit gshtopeka.org.
Car wrecks don't just happen from 9 to 5. If you're in a wreck, we're available 24/7.
Don't wait until tomorrow to get the help you need now. In a wreck, need a check?
Patterson Legal is the way to go. Call 431-0000.
Welcome back into K-Nation. We now continue with the Glenn Kinley Tour through the state of Indiana. The Hoosier State former Wildcats Keontae Johnson and Marquise Noel reunited today in Indianapolis, but not just to hang out.
They're both G League All-Stars in their first year of pro basketball. Glenn secured exclusive interviews. Noel didn't play as he continues to deal with a hamstring injury, but Johnson did, and they both said it was great to catch up and, of course, spend some time together for the first time in a long time. With this year's team going through a rough patch, here's a message from the fan-favorite duo to the current Cats.
Basically, just stay connected and stay consistent. They just don't want to plan, so just basically just stay together and don't fold under pressure.
Stick with it, man. Continue to keep working hard. I mean, they have a great leader in Coach Tang, so just stick with it. I mean, it'll figure itself out like it always do, and you know, I'm cheering for them.
Both guys said they cherished their time in Manhattan. Johnson said it was one of the best years of his life, and they were both really hoping they'd be placed on the same team for that G League up next game, opposite benches, but still got to hang out over the weekend and reminisce about their times in purple. Now, one KU freshman is quickly making a name for herself on the track, and it's because she's fast.
She's very fast, actually. Oh, yeah. Perla Wanya, who's originally from Ghana, Africa, broke the Ghana national record for the indoor 400-meter last weekend. She said she only ran outdoors before coming to KU in August, which was actually the first time she came to the U.S., believe that, August of 2023. I know, but now she's used to competing inside, and clearly that's not bothering her at all, the transition there, because not only did she clock the record-breaking 52.56 in the 400-meter, her women's 4x4 relay smoked last year's school record by 10 seconds.
Ooh, that's
the
a
freshman,
lot.
Oh yeah, the freshman could not stop smiling, talking about how proud she is of the record, and she didn't even know that she broke it at first.
I didn't know the record there, so like after the race, everyone was like, "Do you know what you just did?" And I was like, "Nah," and I saw I received messages congratulating me, breaking the record and everything, and I was like just excited.
Just a freshman. Crazy.
I know. A lot for KU to look forward to. And her family, though, hasn't visited the U.S. to watch her just yet, but she said they were just as excited as she was about the record when she called them over the phone. But yes, luckily for KU, she's only a freshman, and she told me to tell everybody to watch out for more.
Woo, scary hours, demon time. Okay, now let's go to bat and ball sports. They're in full swing. Get it? Full swing. 24th ranked Batcats at the MLB Desert Invitational. A 6-3 loss to Cal to open the year, then a 6-4 win over Boston College and 7-6 win over Georgetown today to start 2-1.
And Dan Fitzgerald's squad down in Corpus Christi, Hawks dropped the first two games to Illinois Chicago 11-9 and 13-6 before avoiding the sweep this afternoon with an 8-2 victory.
And can't forget KU softball at the spring games, a loss to UC Riverside, win over Coastal Carolina, loss to Penn State, and then a win over Illinois.
Whoever puts this show in order should get a raise, because guess what's next?
I know, it's me.
It's you.
I put it together, and I know that it's softball coming up, and we just talked about it. Coming up, Santa Fe Trail softball commit Kaylee Washington joins the program. We talk about her decision to join the Hawks and more. That's next.
Hi, I'm Bob Goodall from Kansas Furniture Mart.
Queen Pillow Top mattresses, $233. 8-piece living room groups, $888.
Financing for everyone at the original Kansas Furniture Mart.
Hi, Clay Sherwood, Swims and Sweeps. I'm here with Frank and Dean, the CEOs at Cute. We have Hearthstone wood-burning stoves and fireplaces. We have electric fireplaces. So let Swims and Sweeps keep you warm this winter.
Kansas weather, right? Scorching summers, freezing winters, and huge temperature swings are par for the course. These extremes wreak havoc on vinyl windows, making them warp, bend, and leak. That's why Midland Exteriors installs weatherproof Infinity from Marvin fiberglass. Fiberglass is stronger than steel, so Infinity from Marvin windows don't warp, sag, or leak ever. They literally last for life. For Kansas tough windows, choose fiberglass. Call today for a free quote and save 10%.
Oh, there's something so real about living local, and I know without a doubt I'm not alone. And I'm loving living local. There's nowhere else I'd rather be. KSNT is living local. It's the only kind of air I want to breathe. Northeast Kansas is where I love to be.
Next live, the rookie star Jenna Dewan. Plus,
What Happens in Vegas
is coming to live for Kelly and Mark's Star-Studded Vegas Week, February 27th through March 1st.
Monday at 11 on 27 KSNT.
Hi, I'm Bob Goodall from Kansas Furniture Mart. Queen Pillow Top mattresses, $233. 8-piece living room groups, $888. Financing for everyone at the original Kansas Furniture Mart.
Welcome back to K-Nation. We previewed KU softball last week, gave some scores before the break, and now we're talking about the future.
Yeah, the Jayhawks lean a lot on local talent. Next up, Santa Fe Trail High School's Kaylee Washington. I went over to Carbondale this week to talk to the senior Charger and future Jayhawk pitcher about her decision.
You chose KU softball.
Yes.
Why?
You know, I really just loved the team atmosphere. The coaches are great. And really, it was just an awesome experience. I knew immediately when I went to campus that I wanted this to be my home for the next 4 years. The coaches, the players, I love it all.
And the recruiting process for softball so far in advance.
Committed January of my junior year.
You didn't even really get to see the turnaround that happened at KU last year. Watching that unfold after you committed, how cool was that seeing what Coach McFalls has done?
And, you know, it was awesome. She really builds a relationship with them and gets to know them. And so she knows, like, kind of how each player likes to be coached. And I went to some games last year, and I could just see it.
How fun is Arocha Ballpark?
It's awesome. I love it. The atmosphere, the environment that you're playing in, it's just awesome to be in.
State semifinals last year. Season on the line, winner goes to the state game. Do you remember your stat line from that game?
A little bit, I guess. Not too much, but.
I'll give a reminder. 19 strikeouts. 1 hit, 1 walked, no earned runs. It was 0-0 after the full game. We go to extra innings, and you hit a 2-run home run. Walk me through that game and that killer instinct that you showed off that day.
I wanted to keep going. The seniors, I didn't want it to be their last game. And really just had to stay cool under pressure, like trust the process. I knew we would come around with some hits, get some people on base, so I just had to really trust the process.
You talked about KU being right for you. For our KU fans, why are you the right fit for KU?
I'm a hard worker. I love the sport. I'm very passionate about it. I want to be able to show that off for my next 4 years there.
Are you a lifelong Jayhawk fan?
I'm actually not. I was actually born a K-State fan. Both of my parents graduated from K-State, but yeah.
I'm seeing you get a little red there. So why make the jump over to the other side of the rival?
Just a change. Like I said, KU felt like home, so.
How cool is it seeing other Kansas kids succeed there, and did that play into you wanting to go there?
Yeah, it's awesome. I mean, there's a bunch of local kids there, and kids, I mean, I've grown up with, like I know their families, like I just knew of them growing up, and it's just awesome for me to get to play with them.
You got one more season left before you head off to KU. What are you going to try to accomplish knowing you already got college decided?
Really, I'm just trying to get to the state tournament again, compete for that state title again, and I really would like to win it this year. I know we can. We have the athletes to do it. We have some freshmen coming in that are going to do great things for our program.
Awesome. Thank you, Kayla. I know McFalls is excited for you to get to Lawrence, and so are we. Thank you. All right, Caroline, that state game, 7 innings, 7 times 3s, 21. 19 strikeouts, all but 2 outs for a strikeout by her.
That's crazy. Quick math
Pretty
and
quick
also
math.
dominant.
Also
Wow.
crazy.
Wow.
She's going to be awesome.
Oh, yeah. Jayhawks are so lucky.
Coming
up after break on K-Nation, you've heard him on your radio for a long time now. K-State's Stan Weber joins the program to talk Cats. That's next.
Need your fireplace inspected? Make sure you and your family are safe this winter and avoid being a statistic. Certified Fireplace and Chimney now has openings as soon as this week. No need to wait months to be seen. Call or text us today to schedule your appointment.
Fidelity Bank is celebrating 100 years, empowering customers since 1922.
Our size is a real benefit to us. We're a big enough bank to take care of large customers, but we're still a small local bank, and that makes us flexible to be able to put loans together for folks quickly and be responsive to their needs.
Fidelity Bank, we do business right here at home.
Batter up at Play It Again Sports. We offer an extensive selection of new and used baseball and softball equipment from Wilson, Easton, Rawlings, Louisville Slugger, DeMarini, String King, Dudley, Mizuno, Marucci, and Nakona. We have custom uniforms. Try before you buy with our indoor batting cage. Bring in your quality used gear to save even more by trading in and trading up or get cash on the spot. We are buying all day, every day. Play It Again Sports, 21st and Fairlawn in the Fairlawn Plaza Mall.
Jungle House has moved, and we would love to show you around our new digs. Bring a new friend to school with you that will add life to your dorm room or apartment. We have plans for all. Find us at our new location, 6 East 7th Street, Lawrence, Kansas. JML Engraving Manhattan provides quality service you can count on. JML can add that personal touch to your gifts, trophies, and special occasions. JML Engraving, celebrating victories in life.
Everyone dreams of having a stunning fireplace for their home, so why not make your dream a reality? Certified Fireplace and Chimney specializes in making these dreams come true. And now with in-home renderings and no interest payment plans, it's never been an easier decision. Call or text today.
Welcome back into K-Nation. K-State men's basketball loses on a heartbreaker yesterday. Have now lost 6 of their last 7.
Oh my gosh, last second three-pointer just so tough for the Cats after clawing all the way back in the last few minutes to tie things up. And a home loss hurts, but K-State color commentator Stan Weber tells me that the fight isn't quite over yet for K-State. Last second three, what a tough one for the Cats.
Absolutely, and it's the second game in a row where an opponent made a three-point shot right at the end of the ball game. Now BYU made one with 1 minute left, so K-State had a little bit of a chance, but against TCU was a 1.1 second left shot and good defense, but a better shot. And the story of the second half really is TCU made 5 three-pointers, including the last second three-point shot. K-State didn't make a three-pointer. Analytics will tell you got to make some threes to win ball games, and K-State came up 3 points short.
Is that something that you think that they really need to start picking up with if they're going to try to make a push for March?
Well, you need a little bit of everything, but it's not just three-point shooting. Today, when K-State lost to TCU, the three-point shot was something to talk about. But really, there's so many other factors, and each game has its own story. This time, K-State got into the 1-and-1 very early in the second half. With about 16 minutes left, they were going to be able to shoot free throws. They got to the line some, and Tyler Perry was 12 of 12 from the free throw line. That was helpful, as K-State was right there at the end. But they even wanted more free throw attempts. They didn't quite get there. But they're going to decipher every little thing when you lose a close game, and especially at home. K-State's now lost 2 of their last 3 home games.
Right. We know just from watching Big 12 basketball this season how hard it is to get a win on the road. But when you're losing in your own building, does that maybe sting a little bit more for this team? Does that do anything differently for this team? It's like, gosh, the home ones are the ones we, want to get, right?
Well, they always do sting because you want to control home court and you want to reward your fans and create the momentum. Now, if you step back for a second, it doesn't matter if you win this game or you win at Texas. If you can go 1-1 this weekend, you're probably okay and get back to work and have still a chance to be in the middle of the Big 12 or be in the NCAA tournaments. It's the backwards order. You don't expect to lose at home, but it could happen where they go on the road and win. So every win means the same. In fact, they'll value road wins more than they do home, probably, when you look at the NCAA tournament.
Jerome Tang's been saying for the last few weeks that 9 conference wins is going to be what it takes to get back to the NCAA tournament. Do you think that rings true? I know there was 4 at home before the one on Saturday, 3 more at home, a couple more on the road. How do you think K-State needs to handle those win-loss-wise?
Well, I think the equation that he talks about in the 18 conference games, if you finish 9-9 and you're in the Big 12, the most highly rated conference without a doubt in the net and every evaluation term that you would use, I think you do make the NCAA tournament if you get to 9-9. But that's not the only way. You could substitute wins in Kansas City and T-Mobile Center for the 9-9. So I agree that the thing that K-State's looking for, home or road win, doesn't matter, is can you get to 9-9 and your NCAA tournament chances go way up, and it's probable. But even if you ended up 8-10, why can't you go substitute a quarterfinal win in the Big 12 tournament against these teams? So until the season's completely played out, there's still a chance in the Big 12. And you've seen teams that thought they were going to be in the bottom 4. The last 4 teams of the 14 are going to play the first day in Kansas City at the tournament on Tuesday. Those 4 teams play good basketball. And some of those thought they were going to play on that day and have moved right up to the middle of the conference. So can K-State get their push? They've lost 5 of 6. But can they have a stretch where they win 3 or 4? They definitely can. You've seen them play against these teams that are really close games.
So going into this last final stretch here into February, maybe first couple days of March, who's one Wildcat that you have your eye on that could really make a difference for this team?
Well, I think there's a lot of pressure on Cam Carter being your best player. He does so many things well. His defense, big minutes, can hit the 3 ball, drive with purpose, makes good passes. He's going to have to play really well for K-State, and he is just a player who last year was a starter on a big-time team. This year he's had to step up his role. I think he's done a great job of that, but now it's down the stretch. You know, we just finished the Super Bowl, and what did Patrick Mahomes do when it's time to go win? I know it should be compared to Patrick Mahomes, okay? Sorry, Cam Carter, but you know what I'm saying? Like, your best player has got to be your best player, and with crunch time. And it is now crunch time for K-State with the losses they've taken lately.
Well, March is just around the corner. It's going to be a fun stretch here all across the Big 12, but also watching this team here in Manhattan for the last couple weeks. Dan, thank you so much for joining us today. We really appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.
All right, stick around. We have more K-Nation coming up after the break.
Searching for a career in advanced manufacturing or industrial automation? Manhattan Area Technical College's new industrial engineering technology applies science and engineering through theory and hands-on application of skills. Learn more at manhattantech.edu.
Hi folks, Rodney Robertson with Window Design and Remodeling. All of our decks and rooms are custom built and designed to your specific lifestyle and needs. We can also create more living space below your deck with our underdeck system. Let us make your dream become a reality. Call today or visit our website. We are your home remodeling specialist.
Hi, this is Voice of the Wildcats, Wyatt Thompson. If you or someone you know is having thoughts of suicide or experiencing a mental health or substance use crisis, 988 provides direct connection to free, confidential, and compassionate support. When you call, text, or chat 988, you will be quickly connected to trained crisis counselors who will listen to your concerns, provide support, and connect you to additional resources if needed. For 24/7 non-judgmental support, just call, text, or chat 988.
Here in Kansas, thousands of car accidents happen at intersections just like this.
But if you've been injured, you're at another kind of crossroads. Can you trust the insurance company, or should you call a lawyer?
In our experience, there's only one way to go. We've seen how insurance companies take advantage of people.
So if you want the financial and legal protection that only a lawyer can provide, remember,
Devon James wins. Call or text 888-8888.
Manhattan Area Technical College will help you build a foundation for your college career, like transferable credits offered in your high school, earning your high school diploma through GED completion on our campus. Break through to a new career. Manhattan Tech, providing higher education.
All right, lastly, to wrap up K-Nation, some big news for a former KU big man and a big man at that. Yeah.
You're right, yeah. You're seeing here Scott Pollard, a 7-footer who played with the Hawks in the 90s. He's taking his first steps after having a heart transplant, and just 24 hours later, and he's walking around.
Yeah, and his wife Dawn told me to stress the importance of becoming a donor at donatelife.com so you can save someone like Scott. Thanks for tuning in to K-Nation.
Have a great night.
Juan needs to not listen to anybody and just trust his instincts, because he's always won everywhere he's been.
There's nobody in that locker room that's quitting. There's nobody in the locker room that's panicking. You know, this is a Big 12 game that comes down to one possession.